Welcome back to day 15, 28-day tactical bodybuilding challenge. Great Monday. Let's start it off right. Let's talk a little bit about warming up. It's important. We need to make sure we're doing it. First thing we're going to do is a lunge stretch. Stretching that down leg quad, stretching that forward leg hamstring, getting it prepared for some of those things that we're getting ready to do. The warm-up is important for a variety of reasons. First and foremost, we want to prevent injury. Getting hurt while you're training to do your job better defeats the entire purpose of training. Now, we want to warm up the entire body. So after we get done with that lunge stretch, we want to go into an overhead squat. Again, we're warming up those legs, those big muscles. We want to keep the weight over our ankles, keep everything in line, neutral spine. I like doing the overhead squat because not only am I warming up my legs, my hips, my ankles, my knees, and the muscles involved, but I'm also warming up those shoulder joints, getting some mobility back in there and getting ready to get started with that. Now we're starting to move on to the core, and I'm going to give you a couple of different options here to start warming up your core. Core strength is vitally important for everything we're going to do from a military and first responder standpoint. Carrying all that heavy gear, all those hip problems, lower back problems, all that stuff that comes with that is associated to our core. So, the simple sit-up. Yes, there is some controversy about doing the sit-up. Are you pulling on your neck? Can it throw your spine out of line? Yes, some of those things come into play. But we have variations. So if you have some concerns or some limitations with getting down on the floor and doing a sit-up, we can move on up to the glute and hamstring machine and do the same kind of thing. Again, strengthening that core, warming up the abdominal muscles, warming up that lower back, getting ready to get started with those types of activities, making sure that our body is prepared to handle the load that we're going to put it through throughout the day. This is a variation that I have added in recently because I'm really trying to target my obliques. I want to get them to pop for the show that I'm getting ready to do. From a functional standpoint, we're working in a transverse plane. So we're doing some rotation and we're getting the body prepared to do those things. Simply taking a barbell, broomstick, anything. You can take a weighted bar if you have the strength to do that. We're keeping the core tight, lower back tight, sucking the belly button to the spine, and we're simply rotating from side to side. As far as rep ranges are concerned, anywhere from 10 to 15 is what we're looking for any of these exercises. Now, as I mentioned, we want to target that lower back, doing a hamstring raise or a lower back extension. This is kind of a combination of both where I'm getting that extension, working through the glutes into the hamstrings, getting that posterior chain warmed up for any type of movement that we're going to do, as far as squatting, deadlifting, overhead pressing, making sure that the body is ready to go and the strength is there for that. Now, we don't want to leave the upper body out of this, so we're going to incorporate some of that into our warm-up as well. This is using an assisted pull-up machine. We're warming up the shoulders, the biceps, the forearms, more importantly, the big muscles of the back, getting those ready to do those types of exercises that we're going to engage in, whether it's anything from sled pushes and pulls to overhead presses to some of the rowing movements. The pull-up is a great way to hit all of those muscles simultaneously. We have a couple of variations that we'll add in here. You've got your traditional pull-up. We've also got banded rows. Either one of these are acceptable depending on your strength level and your experience level. Now, we don't want to leave the chest, triceps, and front delts out of this, so incorporating the dip into that is what we're going to do. Dip station, assisted dip machine. I'm using the handles on a glute hamstring machine. Any of those are perfectly acceptable. Now, I'm not entirely sure where I came up with that workout at. Got it somewhere. I've been using it for years and years and years, probably from a CrossFit box somewhere, but it works well. Incorporate that into your day-to-day activities. I promise you, you're going to get better results out of your workouts. You're not going to be as sore. You're going to have fewer injuries, and that's really what we're looking for in our warm-up. Have a great Monday, guys. Let's kick ass. Hit me up with any questions.